All right, Shalom Yasharallah. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Back another video, another lesson. All right, Lord willing, satisfying to you brothers and you sisters out there. And the title is Response. Sneako says God, all right, is not black. All right, and it's a video I saw off Instagram. All right, of him. He went up to, I think this is ISUBK. It says Sneako got into an argument with Hebrew Israelites who said that God is black. All right, and you know, Sneako says that God is not black. All right, and we're gonna play the. I'll let the video play. It's like a minute long, not even that long. All right, and after that, we'll get some scriptures, and Lord willing, you'll be edified. Okay, so let's get into it.
God is absolutely black. It's in the Bible.
Can I ask you a question?
Hold on, wait a minute. Is it a problem, God being black?
God doesn't have a skin color.
Is it a problem, God being black?
It's not a problem. It's just not what's true.
You seemed very disappointed when I said God was black. You turned around. Here we go again.
No, because if you believe that,
because you love black people.
Wait, then how are blacks
this is
discriminated
of course I
then
love
if
black
God's
people.
black?
Well, why can't God be black? You seemed so disappointed a second ago.
Why would God, the Almighty Creator, have a skin color?
How did you get a skin color?
God created us.
So God creates skin color, but people, he don't have one.
Yeah, God created the trees too. He's not a tree. That's a stupid argument.
It's a stupid argument.
Yes, just because he created skin doesn't mean he has it. You're saying to not
seem to
worship
not
and
know much
idolize
about
whiteness
God.
and not worship everything. You're doing the same
I didn't
thing.
say whiteness.
You're
I didn't just
you're
say
embodying the same racist
The Arabs,
ideology
the
you're trying
Africans,
to.
the East Indians, all the other nations and people. My people are in everyone's culture because everyone got together and got rich off of exploiting us to make sure we didn't have all.
So God black.
God is absolute.
All right, and you heard him. All right, he said that God doesn't have a skin color, and this is ISUBK. If you saw it, the back of his jacket. All right, and really, you should just brought out the scriptures. Really, that'd have been the end of that argument. He might Sneako, he might be an Israelite, but I can't really confirm that. All right, but hey, he may be a Jake. Somebody in the comment section said his father's from Haiti. So he could be a Levite, but we won't know. Okay. But first, all right, but let's get to this. There's gonna be nothing long. All right, something short and to the point. So let's first get Revelation 4. Okay. And before everybody on the earth, before the flood, had some type of melanin. Okay. And still to this day, the only people who don't have melanin in their skin is Esau, who was the so-called white man. All right, but it used to but our people are scattered, among the other nations. So you're gonna have, Jake that has white skin. But let's get this Revelation 4. I'll start at 1. The title is Seen in Heaven. It says, "After this I looked, and behold, a door was open in heaven, and the first voice which I heard was added were of a trumpet talking with me, which said, Come up hither, and I will show thee things which must be hereafter. And immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne." 1 second. All right. Verse 2 again, it says, "And immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne. And he that sat was like upon a jasper and a sardine stone. And there was a rainbow round about the throne, in a sight like unto an emerald." Okay. "And round about the throne were 24 seats. And upon the seats I saw 24 elders sitting, clothed in white raiment. They had on their heads crowns of gold. They were the angels." But let's look up jasper and sardine stone. Okay. Go to Google. Excuse me. Let's type in jasper and come on, man. See? Look at that. Jasper and sardine stone. Okay, that's what John saw. jasper, and sardine. Okay, so the Most High has a skin complexion. Okay, and like I said before the flood, or even after the flood, except for Esau, people had melanin. People had skin complexion. All right, that's what human. Hue means color. All right, because this is what John the Revelator saw. Okay, once again, and he that sat was to look upon like so let me read it again. And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone, and there was a rainbow round about the throne in his sight, like unto an emerald. Okay, let's get Daniel 10:6. It says, I started verse 5. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like to the voice of a multitude. See that? What is polished brass? Like it says in Revelation 1, Yahweh Shah was like to burnt brass. Okay? It says his body also was like the beryl. What is beryl? Okay? Let's look that up. Beryl stone. So I guess this is a beryl stone. Right, but it says his body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color of polished brass. Let's look at polished brass. See what that says, or what it looks like. Polished brass. See? Probably be darker than this. All right. Polished brass. And you got that like that it's like gold, but it's like a little dark when you burn it. Okay? This is brushed. But the Lord's skin complexion will be probably darker than what you see right here. Okay? So you got that like a little brownish color to it. Okay? So let's look up polished brass, matter of fact. Polished. It's qualal is the Hebrew word. It says burnished, polished. All right? See what, burnished is what? We can look that up. Okay? Burnished brass. See? This is burnished brass, man. So that polished brass was burnished. This is what the Lord Yahweh will look like. Okay? Dark skin. And if you go to Revelation, Daniel 7:9, it says, the Ancient of Days reigns. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. Who's the Ancient of Days? The Most High Yahweh, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. Okay? His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as a burning fire. It says the hair of his head was like the pure wool. Okay? He had woolly, or his hair was likened unto woolly hair. Now, who has woolly hair? All right? So-called Negroes. If you look it up in a Bible's dictionary, you go to there's a Negro. Okay, it'll say they have like woolly hair. Okay, let's get Ezekiel, because not only did because the angels look like that as well. Ezekiel 1, what was that, 7? They all have color. Ezekiel 1, I'll start at 5. Also out of the midst thereof came likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man, and everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings, and their feet were straight, Slakia, and their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass, and they had the hands of a man under their wings on their 4 sides, and they 4 had their faces and their wings. Okay, they had it says, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass, man. So the angels were also they have a complexion. Okay, and you all know this one, Revelation 1. And now people got a problem with it. The truth is coming out. Now that people saying it doesn't matter what he looks like, right? But before, when he was a white Jesus, okay, and we were praying, we were, worshiping that, it didn't matter. Revelation 1 and 14, his head, I'll start at 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the pass with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet, right, like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. See that, as they burn in a furnace. Let's look that up. All right, fine brass. Okay, you can't make this up, man. This is what the Lord, this is what the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua looks like. Okay, fine brass, burnt brass. Okay, and there's scriptures in the Bible that talks about, the men of color. Matter of fact, let's get one more. Songs of Solomon, 1 and 5. It says, I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Okay. We had the Israelites were men of color. The people back then were people of color, besides Esau, because he lost his pigmentation. Job, okay, is it 30? Job 30 and 30, it says, my skin is black upon me, and my bones are burned with heat. Let's look at black. Sahar is the word, Hebrew word, to be black of skin. Okay. Through the idea of duskiness, of early dawn, to be dim or dark in color, be black. Okay. Job was a so-called black man. He was not an Edomite. Okay. Now what tribe he is, I don't, he may be southern kingdom. All right. But he was a so-called black man. All right. And so is the Most High Yahweh. He's a man of color. Okay, so Sneako, you're wrong. The Most High God, all right, is a man of color. Okay, so that was something, some edification, just to come, bring out. All right, Lord willing was edifying, and we're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Lord's will was edified. To next video, I'm going to say, Shalom.